Hello and welcome to Let's Play Railroad Tycoon 3. Today we're going to start a new scenario. It's another custom one, and it's called American Civil War. It should be really fun. I'll explain it a little bit more later on. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and I'm not going to read all of this, but basically it starts up in 1840, and it's leading up to the Civil War, and you just basically got to grow your company. But here's the thing, at 1860 the Civil War starts up, and you have to pick a side, Union or Confederate. And whichever side you pick, you can't have any kind of track or holdings of any sort on the other side. So if you have track going across from north to south, you lose whatever's in the south, or you lose whatever assets you have in the south. And here's the conditions, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty interesting. There's a few little weird parts to it, but it's pretty good. Yeah, 20 years to build up your railroad line, and then you got to pick a side and stuff like that. And troops, arms, and ammunition. There's missions. Haul so many. I think it's haul so many weapons and munitions to certain towns. And it's pretty cool because what you do and how you're able to feed certain towns determines who wins the war. Like, you can start in the south and influence it enough so that the south wins. I'm gonna be leave this kind of on easy mode and leave that at 350. Trust me, the competitors are pretty tough in this game. I left the settings on normal for difficulty. I'm too casual of a player to play on hard or expert, really. We're going to start a new company. This scenario is kind of set up a little bit towards wanting the player to go south and play for the Confederate side and see the Confederacy win, but I'm not a Southerner. I'm in New York, and I'm gonna play for the North. It's just, I know more about that, and I'm gonna set myself up as Pennsylvania Railroad, I guess, because the map doesn't really go far enough up to do New York Central. And as much as I'd like to do O and W, none of that is really on there either. Okay. I hope it spells. But yeah, it's a pretty fun scenario, and this pretty much through this whole game, track building is very expensive. That's probably one of the biggest things I've run into, but I still like that better than a limit of how much track per year you can use, especially since after you win or lose the game, the limit stops working, and then it's called allotment, and you never get anything. But anyway, apparently if you move more than 20 loads of certain things like cotton, grain, corn, coal, or 25 passengers, you get bonuses, which is nice. Of course, that's not really easy to do, but So I'm going to be the North, and I'm going to start in New York, because what I want to do is I want to get the bonuses for hauling passengers. So I'm going to connect up New York, Philly, Baltimore, and Washington, so that you can get a lot of passengers moving back and forth. And also there's some grain down here. Not a lot of grain, but some. You start off with a good amount of money, 2.7 million. And the only thing up here is Albany Rail Link, and it just supplies logs and pulpwood. There is a reason at one point in the game to go up there, but we don't have to worry about that yet. Let's see. There. But I will kind of make the track curve up that way just in case. And let's get to Philly. And right now, in the beginning anyway, it's not all that mountainous, but that will change, actually. I did a test play of this scenario because I never played it before, and that will definitely change the whole flat track, because I'm never really sure what states go north and south. So I try to stay, or I'll show you the state. We have rights everywhere, but see, there's a big, just United States up here. And then starting with Virginia, Kentucky, there's the separate states, and Missouri, and all these. And pretty much all of these individual states are south. But these are border states. Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia, and Kentucky. And during the war, that's where what you have to really try to fight over to see which way the war goes. And you know, you lose the state, you lose your track in it too, probably. I think. Yeah, it's a little iffy. I've only played this one once, and it gets a little confusing, but we'll figure it out. And let's put in our stations and stuff. But it's a pretty fun scenario. What is that up there? That's a house. That's more important than the dairy farm. The dairy farm will come in anyway. And our tower. Let's see, I still got 1,700. I can go down to Baltimore maybe too. I should bite the bullet and just start with stone bridges for this, but the trains are pretty slow anyway right now, so it doesn't really matter that much. Oh yeah, that's right. There's like a little hill here for no good reason. Yeah, I fixed it. There, that's good. That's good for now. Of course, all these towns are big, so you have large stations everywhere, 200,000 a pop. And water tower. Our friendly maintenance facility. And one more maintenance facility here. We're all set. Now let's see what trains. Oh, Norris. Great. So yeah, good old Norris. Let's set us up 2-4. That's nice. You can just start off with 2 and 4. And there we go. And then we're going to copy that normal. Copy that and start the other one at Baltimore. That should be pretty good. And look, I didn't even let the time play after I put in the stations, and we're starting with cargo everywhere, which with smaller towns you don't get away with. You know, look at that. 4 cars right off the bat. Good amount of money. Cool. And you know, industries, you can buy industries in this scenario, and it's very important to do that actually. You can make a lot of money, and some of the AI are very aggressive with that actually, like this grain farm. Right off the bat, 500,000. Well, I think I'm going to be making enough. I think I'm going to buy it because I see a brewery here. I see a brewery here. So, and there's produce here. There's nothing you can do with produce yet, but everything demands produce, so yeah. I mean, now there's some more grain and produce, but that is in Virginia, and I'm not so sure about that. Virginia, the whole north or south part. I could venture a guess in there, but it's kind of a border state during the war, and if you lose it, then you lose it. I could put a little station there just for the farms, though, I guess. I should connect up to Washington. Let some trains come in. But yeah, this should prove to be pretty fun. Let me check my time. 9 minutes, good. But let's just connect up to Washington. I think I can do that now. Washington's a little tricky too. No? No, maybe not. Washington, I think I can get away with the medium station. Yeah, it's not as big. Okay, there. And we'll add that to our trains. So, boy, these little trains. 420. Even if it was a 240, that would be nicer, but One set of drive wheels, not even a cab on this locomotive. The poor engine crew gets all wet when it rains. Alright, Philly, Baltimore, Washington. Washington, yeah, sure, back to Philly. The other one, here in Philly, Baltimore. This one, yeah. And this one, probably Baltimore, Washington, Baltimore.